What up, everybody? This is your girl Keish, host of the Relationship Handbook Live, and you're tuned into my boy T on the What Up Doe Show. What up, Doe? What up, Doe? It's the What Up Doe Show.
Give me a sip of water. It's the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe Show. It's time to recognize if you don't know. It's the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe Show. Time to recognize if you don't know.
The What Up Doe Show. Your commentary on sports, entertainment, and alternative news.
Hey! Shama, with it. Y'all don't know what it is. Hey, it's the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe Show. Yo, what up, Doe? It's your boy T. Wilson, and I am live on a hump day Wednesday morning, and I am ready to get busy, bullzizzy. Big accident out there by my job, so I got an excuse to be late, but I want to get out of here anyway, so let's go on and move on and get this thing going with some birthdays, shall we? I got Ronald McFarlane, I got Deep Freeze, and I also have actor Bill Gobin. Happy birthday to all of y'all. And with that one said, let's go ahead and waste no more time and get this party started.
What Up Doe Sports.
The entire city of Chicago has a very painful case of deja vu. You already know where I'm going with it. Biggest story in sports right now. Once again, Chicago Bulls superstar Derrick Rose has succumbed to injury in what has become a dreadful trend for both Rose and the organization.
Break yourself, fool!
Rose could be back for the playoffs if the torn portion is removed, but I don't expect that because when I talked to Rose, I said, Rose, you going to be back for the playoffs? And he said,
hey, I'm here so I won't get fined, boss.
Rose could be back for the playoffs. However, it's unclear when Rose may have suffered the injury. He did shoot 1 of 13 Monday night, scoring just 8 points in the Bulls' 87-71 win over the Milwaukee Bucks. Rose has gone from being the 2008-2009 Rookie of the Year to the 2010 and 11 NBA MVP to a player whose fragile knees have made it difficult for him to stay on the court.
Hey, I'm here so I won't get fined, boss.
He played just 39 games in the 2011-2012 season due to injuries and tore his ACL in the first round of the playoffs against Philadelphia. He controversially didn't play a single game during the 2012-2013 campaign, recovering from the knee injury, which leads me to believe he won't be back for these playoffs either.
Hey, I'm here so I won't get fined, boss.
I think babying that injury back in 2012 is haunting him for the rest of his life. It's going to haunt him forever, man. You can't baby the injury. You got to take it like a man, suck it up, get out there, move a little. You can't just baby the damn thing.
Down.
So much for D. Rose and Chicago Bulls. Heard somebody yesterday, I think it was Latone, saying, this makes it easy for Cleveland. I'm not buying that. Chicago was not the second best team in the East. It wasn't a battle between Chicago and Cleveland. I think both Toronto and Atlanta are both better teams than Cleveland, even with Rose. How about that? As a matter of fact, I think Detroit really gave the Bulls a run for their money. Anyway, speaking of Latone Heart, Less than 24 hours after the college basketball world was up in arms over a court storming at Kansas State, the Maryland Terrapins fans showed the nation how they swarmed the floor when their team upset the number 5 Wisconsin Badgers 59-53. Maryland jumped out to an early lead in the first half and extended it to double digits by halftime. However, the Badgers came roaring back after intermission and set the stage for a back-and-forth affair in the closing minutes. Des Wales and Melo Trimble took turns making critical plays in the stretch run, and the Terrapins picked up a monumental victory over a top 5 team with March Madness right around the corner. Wales led the way for Maryland with 26 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. Much to the chagrin of the hoopla guys, and I stress guys because Storm is not a LeBron hater like those other two busters on that show. One of my favorite basketball talking show, Hoopla. Hoopla! Even though they suck. Storm is great. Those other two guys, they stink. You can add one more to the ever-growing list of records and accomplishments for LeBron James. Hoopla! With a second quarter assist in Tuesday night's game against my favorite team, Detroit. James passed Scottie Pippen for the most dimes by a forward in NBA history. He is now the assist leader in NBA history for a forward. That's not a surprise, though. You kind of saw that one coming, right? I mean, you had to see that one coming because he plays the game a lot like a guard from the forward position. He's definitely the best passing forward I've ever seen, so I'm not surprised that he took the lead in the all-time assist record for forwards. Not a big surprise there, so I'll let the Hoopla crew off the hook on that one, even though they suck.
What Up Doe Entertainment.
Tyga's alleged fling with Kylie Jenner doesn't mean a thing to the mother of Black Chyna.
I like big butts.
She wants her grandson's parents back together. Latone Heart reunited with Tyga backstage at his concert last weekend in D.C., so the two clearly have a relationship. She says she has no feeling about Tyga's relationship with Kylie, but she wants Tyga and Black Chyna
I like big butts.
to work things out, blaming the initial breakup on the follies of youth. Hunter says she still thinks of Tyga like a son-in-law and has no ill will, adding Tyga treats her with nothing but respect.
I like big butts.
I'm a big fan of Black Chyna myself because
I like big butts.
My damn self. Anyway, Chris Brown was turned away at the Canadian border just hours before a scheduled concert, and he handled the frustrating news with dignity and professionalism. How about that? Brown tweeted, "The good people of the Canadian government wouldn't allow me entry. I'll be back this summer and will hopefully see all my Canadian friends." Brown was scheduled to play in Montreal Tuesday night and Toronto Wednesday night, and both shows were sold out, and now both shows are canceled. Two good nights to have, by the way. Montreal is live as hell, and so is Toronto. Anyway, Canadian law dictates a person could be criminally inadmissible if they have been convicted of a crime involving assault. And Canadian borders, don't forget, they're pretty tough.
7:30.
Come experience pop culture from the dark side. On the 7:30 show with me, Latone Heart.
I need my cigar on this.
Available on iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, TuneIn, Betamax, and VHS.
Yo, what's up with your boy?
I'm just a man with a fork in a world full of soup. No, I don't need no damn medicine.
Latone Heart. He may need medicine.
Check me out on the 7:30 Show podcast.
What Up Doe News. news.
In Karlskrona, Sweden, a Swedish student had a memorable 21st birthday after police mistook balloons shaped like a 21 for the initials of extremist group Islamic State. Sarah Erickson said she and her boyfriend, Fabian Ackerson, had thrown a party during the weekend for her 21st birthday, and there were balloons shaped like the number 21 in the window, which read backwards from outside the window a little differently. Atkinson was at Erickson's house 2 days after the party when several police cars pulled up to the house, and officers said a witness had reported Islamic State propaganda being displayed in the window. And it was kind of scary. Atkinson said he laughed when the police told him the issue. I laughed about it, and they showed me a picture that they had taken where, from their perspective, it did almost look like the letters IS.
Break yourself, fool!
Erickson said he didn't mind removing the balloons because extremism should always be taken seriously. I'm so surprised at all the attention. I'll never forget my 21st birthday now.
Break yourself, fool!
I just realized that was a lady. She sounded like a boy. And her accent is horrible. Anyway. In Austell, Georgia, a man claims someone stole 5 hibernating tarantulas from the crawl space. What? Someone stole 5 hibernating tarantulas from the crawl space beneath his home and sold them at a local pet store. What? Dwayne Melton said he received a phone call recently from exotic pet store Animart Pets saying someone had brought in 5 tarantulas suspected of being from his collection. Melton said his 18 pet tarantulas spend the winter hibernating in individual containers he places in the crawl space beneath his home. He discovered following the phone call that 5 of his pets had indeed been taken. The store had given the man who brought in the spiders, identified as Brandon Lee Davis, $60 for all 5 tarantulas, but they were actually worth closer to $60 each. Police have issued an arrest warrant for Davis on a charge of theft by receiving. Davis told them he purchased the spiders from a Mexican guy. But, you want tarantula? I got tarantulas. I got tarantulas. I got black widows. You got tarantula? I got them. In Kuwait City, traffic came to a halt when motorists jumped out of their cars to collect money blowing through the streets. A stretch of road near the Burj Jassim shopping mall in Kuwait City filled with motorists and pedestrians grabbing at cash that reportedly blew away from an ATM while employees were attempting to fill it during a sandstorm. It was a very windy day. I was stuck in the traffic. I saw all this money, said an anonymous witness. A lot of people were getting out of their cars to grab the money. It wasn't happen every day. Everyone was amazed with this happening. Get out of my store! Get out of my store. That's my Arab accent. Get out of my store. It's the only thing I know they say on a regular basis. Get out of my store. Detroit is Philly on that one. Okay, well, it's now time for a Facebook question of the day. Can you name an actor that you've seen in a dress? This question is interesting to me because not only can I name an actor that I've seen in a dress, I would have a much longer list of black ones than white ones. As short as the list is of black actors versus white actors on the major Hollywood scene, the number of those actors that I've seen in a dress is disproportionately towards is just as disproportionate as the number of actors. I mean, I know so many more white actors that I can name on a big screen in a major roles than black actors. Yet, when it comes to the list of actors I've seen in a dress, the list of black actors is so much longer. It is much easier for me to name the black actors that I've not seen in a dress. What is up with that? What is with the demasculation of the black male on the big screen? Let's go ahead and name a few, shall we? I can name Robin Williams. I can name Tom Hanks. I think I saw him in a dress. I know I saw him play the gay character, but I also think I saw him in a dress, but I believe it was on television, but that counts. It's not a lot more. Pacino. What's the dude? What's the one that goes hand in hand with Pacino? What do you know? You looking at me? Who you looking at? You looking at me? I can't name a bunch of them, man. But when it comes to the black actors, it's easy. Eddie Murphy, Ving Rhames, Wesley Snipes, Jamie Foxx, Tommy Davidson, Kevin Hart. It's easy. It's very easy. Samuel Jackson, Tyler Perry made a living off of it. It's just too easy. What's up with that? Terry Crews is now added to the list. He's in a dress now. What's up with that, man? Think about it. The short list of black men I've not seen in a dress, black actors. I don't think I've seen Ice Cube in one yet. Latone said he saw Will Smith in one. I never saw him or Dave Chappelle. And Denzel. I mean, the list is amazing when you start running it down. The demasculation of the black man in Hollywood is something noteworthy if you pay attention to it. Leonardo DiCaprio, I've never seen in a dress. I've never seen a lot of white big-time actors in a dress, and I've not seen a lot of big-time black actors without. It's just the truth. So, didn't know that it was going to drive me there, but since it has, that's your Facebook question of the day. Pose it with your friends. Think about it. Spend some time discussing it. It's interesting.
That's some bullshit.
And that's it, man. That's all I got. I got to get out of here, man. I want to thank you guys for listening. Big up to my man Latone Heart. He hosts a show called The 730 Show. You can catch it on Stitcher.com, Spreaker.com, and also iTunes. Big up to my man Dino Red. He does a show called The Shiznit Show. I heard the latest episode of The Shiznit Show last night, man. They've had a couple of weeks off. They came back in rare form. Damon had me cracking up, and Charlie Bell was just drilling those dudes last night when I was listening. She was not letting anybody get away with anything. You couldn't just say it and then let it move on. She was like, no, we're gonna talk about it. I like Charlie Bell, man. I think I want to go out with her. Anyway, he also does a show called Hoopla! Hibbity Hoopla! If you want to hear a very detailed breakdown of the trade deadline, check out the Hoopla show. Also, I want to give a big up to my girl Lavinia. She be show enough. She does a show called Straight No Chaser on Stitcher.com. Also, a show called Just Thinking Out Loud with her cousin Bajetto Rising. They are the Nerdy Black Chicks on Stitcher.com. Big up to my man Murray Riley Jr. of the Sky Shout Podcast. Also, I got to give up to Gil Laurie of the Onyx Truth. Great discussion they had on their latest podcast about the light-skinned brothers. Awesome episode. Also, I want to give a big up to my man Enrique Black of the 5 Minutes Away podcast. And my girl, Miss Giggles Lisa Marie. of Juice Talk Radio on Spreaker.com. And last but not least, certainly not least, and you heard him at the top of the show, Keisha and Georgette of the Relationship Handbook Live. You can listen to us tonight, every Wednesday night, Blog Talk Radio on the Relationship Handbook Live. That's all I got, man. Let's have a great day today. Have a great hump day. Be productive. Peace out. Press your crease out. Keep the police out while I bust his niece out. And I'm out of here like last year.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
What up, though?